Good morning, people. I just want to do a video. I've been called to share part of my story and to give some information on raising your vibration. I've had a lot of people ask me, how did you go through your changes and what did you do, and was it something you ate? Is it to do with the gym? But it's all of that, actually. So basically there are two realities. There's the old world, which is low frequency, and there's the new world, which is high frequency. And everyone has to make a choice, whether consciously or unconsciously, on which way they want to go. So for me, I went through the drug phase and the drinking and all that kind of thing, and then, I got to a point where I was like, where's this going? So I started to turn within, because nothing outside of me was working. I went to an ashram like 15 years ago and practiced meditation for many, many days on end, which I still do today. And what that did for me was actually give me perspective, because it showed me the new reality, the higher frequency. Now, to get a higher frequency, it has to be maintained. So we have yoga. Your natural state is yoga. And yoga, the practice, is to educate you and point out to you where you need to work. So as you stretch through your stretches during yoga and you breathe through the pain of the stretch, what you're doing is you're transmuting the negative energy, the heavy energies, the old memories in your cells into energy, and it raises your vibration. Now on the flip side, you have alcohol, which in Arabic means soul eating, I think. And so you imagine you have your aura, a bubble, and when you do yoga and meditation and you eat well, go to the gym, it strengthens and expands. Now, on the flip side, if you drink alcohol, it creates holes in that bubble, allowing other entities into your vessel. And that's why when people get drunk, they do random and silly things, unbeknownst to themselves, until the next day. So what I'm here to educate you on is to recognize, or give it a shot, so you can raise your vibration and see the different perspective. Because as you raise your vibration, you gain access to more knowledge and your higher frequency. And as that occurs, you meet new people on that frequency. Now, as soon as you drink, it's the fastest way to lower your vibration. And then you draw in that vibration, that frequency, those people working on that level. So once you start the practice, the idea is to learn to discern the difference between the two realities, the old world or the new world. Now, the new world's already here. We've got critical mass around the planet now, where people are all working hard, not drinking so much, going to the gym, more conscientious about their sexual partners and orientation, and it's changed the frequency, and there's enough people now that can operate on that. Now, everyone makes mistakes, so if you do decide to go out and have a drink, just know that the next day you're going to feel like shit, and you're going to attract a lot of those thoughts that aren't yours, that are coming through the cracks that you've blown open from drinking or drugs or whatever it is. Now, for me, once I figured this out, I did the fast and the quick and the intense version by abstaining from sex, and I haven't drunk for 4 years. I have the odd cigar. I take a lot of mushrooms. Mushrooms is a gateway. It's like marijuana. It's a spirit, and once you open that channel, it allows you access to more information. So when you come down, you can put the puzzle together and gain insight as to why you behave the way you do, or why the habits that you have affect you and as such. So for me, I did the fast track, and I'm only suggesting to you that give it a shot. You know, it's totally worth it. And you may ask yourself, gosh, why am I still going round and round in this circle? Because you have to change something. Now, you have to change it internally first before it affects your reality externally. So for me, I meditate every morning, every evening for an hour. Trust me, it started off at 5 minutes and then went to 20 minutes, and then after like a couple of years, it's up there. And then it's faster and faster. So once you maintain that higher frequency, you get access to opportunities and information that other people don't, that are operating in the old world on the lower frequencies. So along with all this, I mean, there are many ways to raise your vibration. And to raise your vibration is key, is absolutely critical to evolve. And as you'll know, this is an Earth school. We come here from other galactic star systems as a soul, and we enter the body, and then we grow. And the rules of the game are, you're not allowed to know what happened in the past to you, and sometimes as you raise your frequency, you get access to that information. They call that the Akashic records. So yeah, the short track I did was to just abstain completely from sex, because as you partake in sexual activity, you're exchanging energy. So you're picking up everything from that other person, and if they were operating on a lower vibration, know how wonderful they look or seem to you, you're going to pick up all that energy and you're going to clean it out. So it's no different from, you know, anything. I mean, you want to keep your vessel clean, and you want to keep your vibration high, and this is what gives you success. Now, a lot of people believe success is money or fame or what they've got and what you haven't got. It's nothing to do with that. The whole goal of life is to raise your frequency. Once you raise your frequency through gym, yoga, meditation, good eating, you have access, and you evolve to it, and you have access to all the opportunities, and you draw in and you attract what it is that is natural to you and your essence, your being, what you came here to do. Now, the whole indoctrination school system is blocking you from learning that and just teaching you to go out there and do whatever the hell it takes, something you don't enjoy, to make money. And then you find out you have a lot of money, yet you're still in the same spot. And then you don't, because you don't know this, you buy stuff and need to put out there that you're successful with all this bling and fancy cars and you know, mansions and houses. But that's still not going to give you happiness. It's just an illusion. So the illusion is broken now. We've moved into the higher frequency, the age of Aquarius. So we've moved into where the illusion has come down. So all those living in the old world are still in the illusion. That's what they call the matrix. And there's enough of us now that are living outside the matrix, living in the real world, the new world, where it's all about love and respect and integrity and honesty. These things, high vibration. The lower vibration is all deception, all lies, all base level energies to do with sex and alcohol, and bring your vibration down. So yeah, I guess to raise your vibration is the key to success, because naturally you'll attract everything that you need and want in the world. And sometimes you don't know, but that's the surprise, is that you're not meant to know. You're meant to discover who you are. You're meant to discover your gifts. I've taken a lot of mushrooms, and people think of mushrooms and they categorize it as a drug, but it's actually the medicine natural to the earth for us to open the gateway and access our gifts, things that were given to us, that we were given before we came down here, and we then discover. So it's like a shortcut. And there are many other things you can do with this type of psychedelic, but that's another discussion. Raising your vibration is the key to evolution. It's the key to finding who you are, what you want, what you really desire. It's the key to finding your passions. Now, don't get fooled by this whole spiritual movement, because like Hollywood, 10 years ago, everyone wanted to be an actor. That was the thing to be. And that's where the sort of movement was going on the planet, because it was front and center, along with music. And then following that, the spiritual movement has come into full force, because the whole secret to life is to be authentic, to be who you truly are. To be who you truly are, you have to access the beast within. You have to access your shadow side. That's what they call shadow work, all the things that upset you. So as you go through this process of ascending, raising your vibration, you will dig up old memories and past hurts and things which you have to deal with. And they're very painful, because back when you were knee-high and you didn't know what was what, something affected you, hurt you, and you buried that emotion, that feeling, and you don't want to deal with it. And as a result of that, you've gone through your life blocking off a whole spectrum of life because of that fear of that pain, of those feelings resurfacing. So what you have to do once you start raising your vibration is you have to return and look back and review these things and release the pain and the feeling that is tangled up in that experience. Once you understand that, the key thing here is that anger and pain is the first thing that will surface. Once that surfaces, you have to learn how to transmute it. By transmuting it, you can write in a journal, you can meditate, do yoga, you can go for runs, punching bags. Fitness and muscle exhaustion is probably one of the best ways to transmute the negative energy and the past pain and karma from experiences of the past. So for me, that's what I discovered along the way. I didn't know where I was going. I just knew that I wanted to be better and do more for myself. And I knew by eating, abstaining from sex and alcohol and all these things and meditating was going to do the trick. And as I've done it, I've accessed so much information, and everything is so much more clear. When I'm speaking with people or I'm in situations that are deceptive, I can see what's really going on. And I remember back when I couldn't see, and I'd get caught up and I'd go along with what everyone was saying and doing because I couldn't tell. I was on such a low vibration. And I've done the work now, and this is what I keep saying. It's like you have to do the work, and people are like, oh, what does that mean? It's not like going to work, working a 9 to 5. It's working on who you are. It's got nothing to do with anyone else. It's to do with you, and you're not alone. So as soon as you begin this process, what will happen is that you'll start to see people, friends, family differently. You'll start to see the truth of who they are, and this is really difficult because for you to grow, you have to step away from that. And you can do it slowly, or you can do it brutally like I did and just cut everything off. But at some point, you have to release these people, these energies, because you've grown. It's like leaving kindergarten and going and graduating in high school. And why would you go back to kindergarten when you've done all the work through to graduate from high school? And it's not that you don't love these old friends and family. You love them, but they just have to exist in their space, their world. It's not your job to go and pull them out. You're just spending your energy on them instead of you. And people will call you selfish as a result, but in a way it has to be selfish because you came here for your experience. They say blood is thicker than water and all that. But it's a have, because you have your soul, and it's your soul that continues and will never end. You can believe in reincarnation, which I do, because the soul is energy, and energy never dies. So you'll keep returning here until you evolve to a point where you understand how this place works. And as you go along, as you raise, as you ascend, the experiences and the things that you find in life, the simple things, just joy, and happiness are so simple, but so difficult to reach and find because we have to do all the work to get there. And people don't understand what the work is. The work is the self, and you're not selfish. So understand the process is that you're actually going to end up in solitude, and just trust that you're alone for a reason, so you can start listening to that inner voice and contemplating and reviewing the past, so you know what you have to work on, and you can understand what these changes are and why they're coming about and why you meet people. Some people just come into your life for a reason, a simple bit of information that you needed. And then some people come in for a season, which may be something emotional, so they can work on you and help you and confront you with a part of yourself that you don't want to face. And then some people come in for a lifetime. And usually these people, are soulmates and soul friends, or people that you've known from the past, and they'll always be there. You never have to say goodbye. You never have to say hello. They're just there. And you may meet them 9 times out of 10. You'll meet these people on your travels because they're on their different paths, and you crisscross across the globe as you go through your ascension and your self-discovery. So raising your vibration is the key. It's the root key of everything that you want to find, want to discover about yourself, why you're here, your purpose. But trust me, it's not easy, because you have to face the parts that you didn't know were blocking you. And a lot of the time it's family. Now, following this, I'll do another video explaining what generational curses are. In short, a generational curse is a set of behaviors that you take on from your family that has been passed down unknowingly, unintentionally. And if you stay in that cycle, your bloodline, and you won't grow. So for me, an example, in my family, there's drinking and smoking, which is not bad, but it's a part of their lifestyle. That's something I don't want, because it brings with it a whole lot of different people and situations that I don't want in my life anymore. So a generational curse is something that you're born into, that you have to break out of. And the only way to break out of that is to raise your vibration, to give you the clarity to be able to see and feel what is right and what is wrong and what you want. Not what the family wants, what you want, what you need to grow. And it can be a painful experience, but it's totally worth it, because the pain you experience is always returned to you with love and gratitude and grace. Trust me on that. So the next video, I'll give you more of a detailed rundown of the generational curses that I've dealt with. And generational curses can include poverty, drugs, alcoholism, addiction. It can be a mindset, attitudes, fear of lack. It can be, financial, mental issues where, your family believes a certain way of doing things, and you don't know. You're born into that family, so you naturally take on those mentalities, those perspectives, which aren't yours because you haven't decided for yourself yet. So I broke out of all of these entanglements, and it was very painful because I didn't know, and no one does when you're in it. It's like what do you call it? Domestic violence and family, conflict is a real common one, and it's totally unnecessary. But it's just the issues of your parents or your siblings and what's happened to them, and it's projected onto you, and it's got nothing to do with you. And you take on these behaviors, and then when you have children, you unknowingly, unintentionally teach them how and what you know to be right. And the child has no clue, number one. Number two, they're behind the 8 ball from who they choose or want to be, and they have to unlearn everything. And that's what the whole point is of breaking a generational curse. Now, it sounds all fucking hoodoo and voodoo, but it's not actually. It's just a pattern of behaviors that is cyclical, and you can't break out of it until you recognize what it is and you step outside the cycle. And once you step outside the cycle, man, that's where the magic is. That's where all possibilities are. That's where you see through real glasses, not rose-tinted ones like these ones. So yeah, I'll do another video on generational curses because it's very common and people need to understand so they can review their own lives and their own situations and go, wow, okay, I think I'm in a situation here. And you can reach out to me and say, hey, look, this happened to me when I was a kid and my family treat me like this, or my friends keep doing this to me and I don't understand why. And it's like, okay, I can give you the reflection because everything's a mirror. What I can do is I can break down what it is that's happened to you, and then I can give you the antithesis or the opposite mirror effect of how to break it, how to change the behavior so you're not in the loop. And this is key because this is really common right now because people are waking up and then they don't know where to go and they don't know how to do it. I've done it. And, you know, I can only show you, I mean, if you can look through my videos and my Facebook or my Instagram, whatever, and look back at my past, look at me now. I'm not the same person. I'm fucking happy. And that pisses a lot of people off. And as a result of that reflects back on them and they start questioning themselves and then they blame you and it's all that thing again. But if you go back and look at what I've done, who I was, man, I went through the fucking ringer. I worked my ass off to get to this place. You know, I worked my fucking ass off. You've got no idea the pain and the shit that I've gone through by myself, and no one's, you know, been there for me. I had to do it all by myself. So if I can do it, you can do it. And I can teach you and I can show you how. And I can give you insight as to what's happened, how it happened, and give you the understanding of who you are. So reach out if you need to. Have a great day.